Hey guys, let's talk about public transportation across LA. How to get around, best method, okay, and what I think about it. Let's go. Who am I? I'm Patrick Henning. I'm the CEO of Orukka. Orukka is a smart payment device on your fingers. So payment with your ring with no need for wallets on your phones. Okay. I started this last year when one of my friends came to visit me in London. He came out of the underground while holding his phone. He just made payments. I was coming out of the underground and someone grabbed the phone off him and was going to go for his wallet as well. And then he resisted a little bit. It started. It's close to his lungs. His lungs close to his lungs, sorry. Narrowly missed his lungs. So he was in the hospital up to Christmas. Tough time for him, okay? So I got thinking, I'm like, listen, I need to do something here, okay, where we don't rely on our phones or wallets. And then we could just start to pay with our fingers. So have everything on our fingertips. Okay. And we came up with this. Cool. Okay. But the idea, I think, was just talk about this in the train ticket because it's really handy, especially going around and there are various ways of paying. The more convenient, much more safer ways of paying with your fingers and other methods. I'm going to talk about the other methods in this video, and then you can decide for yourself. Okay, let's start with cash. So cash is king. Okay? So that means you can always start to pay. Just pay your cash wherever you are. The advantage of that is that no one monitors where you are. Okay, so you can go in and out the various trains, the bus stops here and there, especially if you have the exact change. Pay wherever you are. The downside of cash, obviously, is the risk. Okay, you're walking around with cash in your pockets. Guess what you're calling? You're calling criminals. You're calling thieves. And the LA region, just the city itself, the 3.8 million people in Los Angeles. That's a lot of people. 3.8 million. How many bad people do you think they are there? The bad people in this world, guys. So it's risky to walk around with cash. It's risky to walk around with wallets. So that's my worry there, right? And that's why I wouldn't recommend going around with cash. Needless to say, some train tickets, most train tickets don't accept cash anymore for safety of the drivers, okay? Because those days people used to walk around with cash and you have to count your cash and give it out. Robbery there was just crazy. So that's stopped now. Yeah. And then that's the other point. Instead of bringing it back, what we should do is find other ways to pay safely without and securely as well. Okay. So that's something to watch out for. You can pay with cash on some buses, but not on train tickets. But you can also use them to top up your cards wherever you are. That brings me to the next thing. So we have the next point which you can pay. That's called the tap card, right? So again, this is called, I think the full name is Transit Access Pass. And what it does then is a card that you pay for. I think you pay currently $2 for that. And you get the card. And what you can do is you can actually use the card to tap to pay. So you tap on the tunnel, or you can tap on the bus, on the train, or the ferry, or the land dot. So the land dot is a bus, similar as a bus. And then you have the Metro Link as well. The Metro Link is a train ticket. So all of the ways you can tap to pay for wherever you are. Go from A to B across the area region. But with your card, your Metro card, you can tap to your tap card. You can tap to go in and out of any of the buses, the trains, the tickets, anywhere you want, which is better as well in terms of convenience. And it's also cool as well in terms of getting discounts. So if you're a young person under 50, you can get a discount on the tap card as well. So that's another cool thing about the advantage of getting a tap card. Disadvantage of that, which I don't like, obviously, is the fact that it's a closed loop system. So what that means is useless. When you top up card, you can't use it for anything else. So why you can use it for discounts, so trains tickets, rail, ferry, buses, adults as well, but you can't use it outside that. So if you have $20 and you spend $20 on the card, you must use it for transport and nothing more. If your budget is $20 for the day and you put that on the bus on your tap card, that's it, it's gone. Yeah. So that's something I don't like and I wouldn't recommend it for. I would recommend a better way would be to use your bank card. So your bank card, your credit card, your debit card, you've got a debit card here actually. So one of these you can use, okay? And what you do is if you put your $20 in it, that means you can use a portion of that for your transport, okay? And use the others as well for your food, for your lunch. You need to. Sorry about the background noise there if you can hear that. But you see that, right? So here you go. So this you can just tap. If you see the sign on your card, that means you can tap to pay with this. You can go in, tap the card, and then go into the train or the bus or the ferry. Okay, tap to pay, and then that's it. And when you go out as well, make sure you tap your way out. If you don't tap on your way out, it thinks you're still moving. Okay, and then it charges you up to the maximum. Awesome. So that's something to watch out for. Again, I talked about the study of 3 million teachers, okay, across LA. It's risky. I wouldn't recommend going around with your wallet. So I've got, 12 cards here. That's risky. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend going around with this in public. So I wouldn't, and I don't think we should as well. And that's why I wouldn't recommend cards, taking out your bank card to transfer. It's too important to that. The other way you can pay as well is with your Apple Pay or your Apple Pay, your Google Pay on your phone. So you can tap your phone to make a payment. You can tap your phone on the way in and tap your phone on your way out. Or tap your watch as well. That's cool. That's handy. But the downside of that clearly is your battery. And I'm recording this now and I've got 15% battery left. Okay. On the other side of my phone, I've got about 5-10% left. The batteries are crazy these days. I wouldn't recommend using that for transportation wherever you want. Okay, because the battery goes down, you're stuck. If you're a tourist and you need your journey, you need that to commute all the way back, transportation. Rather, I'll say you use your ring. Okay, so we've got the Orukka ring. Orukka ring, again, it has no battery. Okay, you can just tap to pay wherever you are. You can also use this to buy food as well. So it's a one in all or all in one ring where you can use this for transport, food, everything. In fact, I recommend it now. In terms of the links, I'll put the links down here, the links to tap if you're going to use tap. I'll put a link as well to our rings if you wanted to order our rings, Orukka.com. And you can use this again globally, mostly in the US. In the US, we have a few customers there. We have a few in Canada as well, across the world. So if you're going to travel with your ring, you can order your ring in the US and use it abroad as well. But it's really, really handy, I think, in terms of safety. We've talked about the phone, the battery going, talked about your wallet, walking around with this big piece of machine in your pocket. I wouldn't recommend it. But having your ring, no one actually knows what it is. And needless to say, stylish. I prefer this to your Apple Watch. Definitely better than your Apple Watch or your Aura ring. Better than your Aura ring. More functional. Let's call it that. And you could track your steps. That's cool. But you need to make payments. This is safety. This is security for everyone. So take care. See you on the next one. Bye.